Welcome back to the Mount Blue Podcast Quarantine Edition. I'm your host, Michael Ferrari, and today's guest we have Emily Goss, who's been begging me to for her to be on. How you doing, Emily?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I mean, I'm doing all right. I got out of the shower literally 5 minutes ago.
Really?
Yeah, it really sucks. How you doing in quarantine?
School. That's pretty much my days. That's literally it. I read.
What do you read?
Yeah. Kind of a mix, honestly. I'm into. Let me actually see what I have on my bookshelf. I've been reading Stephen King's new book.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty boring.
I bet. Pretty boring dude. It says on my notes here, you don't eat breakfast and lunch. Is that true?
It is true.
And why not?
Okay, so basically, it's a little confusing if you don't know what this is, but it's basically called intermittent fasting, and it's basically people who kind of, like with me, I've been doing this kind of like, it's not even really like an exercise routine, it's mostly just like a lifestyle where, depending on like the time that you consume or ingest the calories, it can influence your muscle growth and a lot of other stuff too. It's weird. I don't really know how to explain it properly because I'm gonna butcher it. I know I will if I explain it further.
I mean, all you need to hear is that you don't eat fucking breakfast or lunch. Two out of the 3 meals per day.
I promise I'm very healthy.
It looks like from here, third world countries eat better than you.
I'm a picky eater. There's not a lot of food that I like.
Well, what's your favorite?
My favorite? Oh, like sushi. I love sushi.
Are you a California roll person?
No, I really like spicy tuna rolls.
Ooh, okay.
With extra spice on it.
Mm-hmm.
It has to be extra spice. If you don't say extra spice, then it doesn't taste very good.
I mean, it tastes pretty bland.
Yeah.
And so you know this whole Bill Clinton, like this happened like a while ago, but I'm bringing it up now. Is the Bill Clinton album thing where people would post on their Instagram story like Bill Clinton and he's holding up like vinyls.
Yeah. Yeah.
What did you post any of it or?
Yeah, I did.
What'd you pick?
I like vaguely remember.
What'd you pick?
I'm trying to remember. Oh my god. I can't even remember the name.
Is one of them Pink Floyd?
Gosh. No, I did not pick a Pink Floyd album. I picked all the rap albums. I decided to be that person. I probably shouldn't have. If we're talking about like my all-time favorite albums, like of all time, like, you know, minus all of these mainstream rappers that I vibe with.
Ian Keys.
No. Like every Pink Floyd album ever created. I mean, I could name a few. Do you want to name a few that you know?
I'm looking at my CD thing right now. Well, I don't really know the names of the albums, but I know that there's like the most famous one was the Triangle and the Rainbow stuff.
Dark Side of the Moon.
Dark Side of the Moon. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was listening to Another Brick in the Wall today.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like 3 parts of that song.
Yeah.
And the remastered, they split it into like 3 different sections.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Have you seen The Wall?
I have. I've seen it in concert and I've seen it on film.
It's the most weirdest thing ever created by someone. Like
Yes,
if you're ever on drugs, anybody who's watching, if you're on drugs and you want to see something that'll like probably put you in like a coma, watch Pink Floyd The Wall.
Maybe don't watch it when you're 5 years old too.
Just watch it.
It's very psychedelic.
It is. And speaking of Bill Clinton, about the whole album trend, out of these 4, who's the worst at social distancing? Bill Clinton, Harvey Weinstein, Michael Jackson, or Kevin Spacey?
Oh my gosh. That's hard. Probably the last one, even though I really don't know who that person
Kevin
is.
Spacey, the one who like touched little kids.
Oh my gosh. Oh my. No, I have no idea who he is.
He's a famous actor.
Oi. Okay. I just said oi. Oh my gosh. We literally talked about this last night.
Oi.
Might as well talk about that.
Might as well talk about you being Jewish.
Yeah.
But does the culture of it being the Jew side? I don't know. I don't know how to say it. Does it come from your mom or your dad?
Alright, so in the Jewish religion, if your mom is Jewish, then you're Jewish. So if your dad's Jewish and your mom isn't, then you're not Jewish by discretion. So yeah, I'm Jewish. My mom is fully Jewish. But I haven't been like bat mitzvahed or anything. So I'm pretty bad Jew, to be honest. I'm very bad.
Bad juju.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I mean, I guess that is one minus side for men nowadays is that if you're Jewish but your wife isn't, your kid can't be Jewish.
Yeah, pretty much.
What's your mom's maiden name?
My mom's maiden name is Hirschfeld.
Hirschfeld. I thought it was gonna be like Goldberg or something.
Hirschfeld is a pretty Jewish name.
Herschel.
It's Hirschfeld.
Herschel.
Yeah, but she didn't change her name.
She didn't change her name.
Kept it. Because, two Dr. Gosses are kind of confusing,
Dr. Goss and Dr. Goss. And so you got Dr. Goss and Dr. Jew.
Dr. Jew and Dr. Goss. Dr. Hirschfeld Jew. And Dr. Goss the Catholic.
He's Catholic?
Yes, he is.
Oh my god. Does he go to church every Sunday?
No, he used to. He used to, go to confession, literally once a month when he was little. It's crazy.
Does he go to confession now, forgive me, Father, for I have married a Jew?
Probably in secret.
The one who does not believe in the Messiah.
Yeah.
Do you know what I always thought? If Jesus was, Jewish, that means he didn't believe in himself. He just had...
Yeah. It's kind of confusing. I think it's he was Jewish by race, but kind of created a whole new religion. I guess that's kind of how people. I mean, I'm not Orthodox, so I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. But that's what I would think. But yeah, I mean, he was Jewish. He was literally a rabbi. So.
I mean, he looked like a rabbi. Look at him.
Yeah.
And I don't know if because we look at movies and stuff, and we see Jesus as a white person. I don't think anybody from Jerusalem is that white as they put it on TV.
Oh no, not at all.
Jesus could have been black for all we know.
Oh yeah, I think about that all the time. This stereotypical Jesus. I don't think he looked like that, guys. I really don't.
I mean, if someone can go to the Bible real quick, and if one of his disciples was describing Jesus, instead of he was white and he had brown long hairs, he had dark skin, he had an afro, and his name was Jesus.
Why was it brown hair too? Why not red hair or dirty blonde or strawberry blonde?
I mean,
why specifically dark?
I mean, because when we look at Obi-Wan Kenobi, we think of Jesus in the second movie of Star Wars.
That is very true.
And and Obi-Wan has red hair. Jesus has a mix of everything.
He was rocking the mullet, I think, in one of the movies, wasn't it?
It was Attack of the Clones.
Attack of the Clones, yeah. Oh my gosh, what's the actor's name? It's on the... He's Irish. It's on the tip of my tongue.
Yeah.
Oh, we always do this. Yeah. We can't figure out the name.
Literally yesterday when we were talking, we couldn't think of the general from A New Hope, which was Grand Moff Tarkin.
I'm shocked that you remembered that.
Me too.
Wow.
I said, and I told you that Grand Moff Tarkin, I'm going to put a picture up here real quick for everyone to see, reminds me of the girls' tennis coach, Jude.
Yeah. I've never met Jude personally. She nice?
I mean, just ask the tennis girls, and you can get an answer. Because I don't know. She's been nice to me.
Yeah,
I don't know what she
I'll
is with them.
I'll do that.
Why don't we go on the Star Wars track? Because I know you love Star Wars.
Oh, you do. Very few people know this little known fact about. I don't know if it's little known. I just don't talk about it a lot.
That you're really into Star Wars.
Pretty much, yeah.
What do you think would have happened if when Anakin and Obi-Wan were facing off, and when Obi-Wan says like I have the high ground, but instead
Mm-hmm.
Anakin killed him? What do you think would have happened?
Oh, see, I think that. I mean, obviously, I don't think that the New Hope, Empire, and Last Jedi would have happened just because obviously Luke and Leia would have never been separated because that was all administered and thought out by Obi Wan, Yoda, and oh my gosh,
Mace Windu.
no, because no, he died before that.
Yeah,
Remember?
Anakin killed him. He
Yeah,
killed
but
Samuel L.
the
Jackson.
babies weren't born yet.
Yeah, no.
So, wait, who's Leia's father? General? Oh no, General Organa. So stupid. Okay, General Organa. This was all
General
administered by
Orgasm.
then, or General Orgasm, whichever one you prefer. Um, and
Then they give Luke.
yeah,
Then they give Luke to these like just these poor people, and I hear here's a child.
yeah, they give Luke the short end of the stick, in my opinion.
Princess. They literally call her Princess Leia, and Luke is just slave boy.
Yeah, it's very prejudiced.
Very prejudiced to white
And
Caucasian males
oh
with
yeah,
blonde hair.
but like when New Hope first came out, I mean, like Luke was like very white and like that farm boy thing, and like when the movie first came out, because everyone was so racist back then, it was like Luke was like the main superhero at that point, even though he wasn't really a superhero by definition. But yeah.
Yeah, I bet you know that, huh? If you could get rid of one trilogy of all the Star Wars, when you have prequels, sequels, and you have the shit Disney films, which one would you get rid of?
In the trilogy?
Yeah, in the whole 9 movies, which like trilogy?
Oof. God.
I have an easy one. It's the Disney ones. And
Um,
I'm just hoping if they can just remake the prequels, because those are god awful.
unpopular opinion. Yeah, prequels are horrible. Prequels suck. Sorry to anyone who likes prequels.
Nobody likes the prequels, so
you're crazy.
You're saying sorry to
Like,
no one because no one likes the prequels.
There are people I know who love the prequels, and it's very sad.
Some people like it for the memes, in which I understand, and people
Yeah.
like it like, oh, it's the best one, and
Yeah,
like,
I mean Jar Jar Binks. I
oh,
mean,
you know,
that's
my uncle,
decorations right there.
my uncle told me that he was watching something, and there was the original plan was that Jar Jar Binks was going to be the Sith Lord.
Really?
Yeah, in the development, but like when they were making the movie in the beginning sequence, they were like, no, it's stupid, because when you look at Jar Jar, he's just stupid person, and you wouldn't expect him. The stupid character, and you're like, he would never ever be a Sith Lord, and just out of the blue, he's just like a Sith Lord now. Would you just...
Yeah, there's people like make a living literally off of all of these conspiracy theories, like tied to Jar Jar Binks, like making a living off of these crazy conspiracy theories, like with him, like you said, defeating the Sith and everything.
Good thing. What even happened to him? Just, I don't remember.
I think he just like disintegrated.
I don't, because I haven't seen the first or second one in so long because they were god awful.
Oh yeah.
I haven't seen Attack of the Clones in so long because I remember it was like the worst one. But I will admit, out of all the prequels, Revenge of the Sith was the best one by far. That was like that was one you could enjoy and watch because I think it led up.
It tied everything together.
It did tie up everything pretty well.
Yeah.
But the first two were like, ugh. Like what the hell is this, George Lucas?
What did you think about Well, and no, and the thing that shocks me, I think shocks a lot of people, is like in the trilogy, like New Hope, Empire, and Return of the Jedi. Lucas had like no money. The budgets for those films, especially New Hope, were like god awfully low. And then they had all of this money to make the prequels amazing,
Yeah.
and then just horrible CG, just like really did not do it well
I don't know
whatsoever.
what the hell the animators were smoking. I don't know what
Oh yeah.
everyone was smoking. Because there was like,
Mhm.
back then, that's when Lord of the Rings was like starting to do CG as well, which Lord of the Rings really did very well with the CGI.
Right.
Back then at least. But like,
Mhm.
it was just so unnatural when you at the Star Wars.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
you look at like the New Hope, all of
Add-ons.
the New Hope and all that stuff. That's like
Yeah.
there were no CGI and it was golden until they just
Yeah.
completely started ruining it by adding CGI. Like the same,
Mhm.
and it was like if you're gonna add CGI, if at least make it good. But
Oh yeah.
my preference is don't add anything. It was a masterpiece itself. Like
Yeah.
like when they're arrived to Mos, was it Mos Eisley
Mos Eisley's Cantina, I think.
Cantina,
Yeah.
and they just like when they're in their little ship and they started adding like monsters and stuff. You're like, what are you
Oh
doing?
my
It's
gosh,
so
I know
bad.
exactly what scene you're talking
It's
about too.
so
Like
bad.
it's awful.
Oh, oh my
It's when me
god.
and my dad were watching it the other day, and we were just like, my dad's like, "Look, that's an add-on."
It's
I'm
like,
like,
yeah,
"Oh my
it's
god!"
not. Is it not obvious?
Like anyone who hadn't seen Star
A
Wars
blind
would know
person
that
could
that
tell that
had
was
been
an add.
added.
A blind person could tell that was an add-on. It was that bad.
It was horrible.
It was. I don't know what was they thinking. Well, I can't know. I can imagine. I mean, I'm like, okay, if we keep releasing the movie, we keep getting money because people love Star Wars no matter what, even when they shit on our
Yeah.
movies. So so it was basically greed that just
Oh yeah. They could release those movies hundreds of times, like re-release them, and they would get so much money from each release. That's just because people are just suckers, man. They're suckers for
Disney
it.
Plus is like fucking new Star Wars. We're at it.
What did you think of 9? Episode 9?
I've not seen it yet because I'm like I'm not gonna after what was it, Rise of Skywalker or something? What was it? The eighth one. I'm sorry, I can't think of
The
it.
Last Jedi was bad.
The Last Jedi. I was like, all right, I'm not watching this movie anymore. I'm not watching. I'm not sticking around to watch the ninth one. I remember when it came out in
Yeah.
theaters. I'm like, nope, I'm not even gonna think about it. Never watched it. I might watch it, but I'm just gonna have my hopes. I mean, my standards down as usual
Yeah.
watching these movies. But
I think I go into it always having high standards just because that's the kind of person I am, because I'm holding out hope that it's going to be a great movie.
Rogue One
And
was
I,
good.
I mean, Rogue One, I liked Rogue One personally.
I
Like,
did too.
I did like that movie.
Yeah, the Solo movie was god awful.
Oh,
I'm
I
like,
don't count that as a Star Wars movie
yeah, I don't know.
whatsoever.
There were so many plot holes that they destroyed. There was
Acting was horrible.
I don't know who thought it was a good idea.
I Disney, apparently Disney.
Rogue One was good. I'm like, okay, this actually ties in with everything very nicely. And at the
Oh
end, it
yeah.
was so tedious because you knew
Uh
like
huh.
what happens. Like they did get the plans, but
Yeah.
like
I think they did a pretty good job with bringing Carrie Fisher back
yeah, it was.
with that whole CG. I thought they did a pretty good job with that, actually.
Yeah. What do they even do for? I'll just watch it. But what do they do for Carrie Fisher in the newest one, episode 9?
Well, she's actually in it. They had old footage from episode 8, and she's in it for most of the film.
Did they add CGI Carrie Fisher?
No, she's alive and well in episode 9.
Oh, the whole
I'm
movie.
not gonna.
The whole movie.
What?
The whole movie.
Well, I'm not gonna give spoilers for
Okay.
the
Well, I
film.
don't care if she dies. I just want to know if Carrie Fisher was playing in all the movie.
Yes, it was Carrie Fisher
Okay.
herself, the Carrie Fisher.
Okay.
But no, I went to see Rise of Skywalker with my dad, and I sobbed the entire
I
movie.
would have saw it because I'm like, this is so fucking bad.
No, I was really, it was actually, it was good. They really ended it well. You should
I
definitely see it.
Well, they started it like shit with the fucking I can't remember the name because I don't care. The first one, number 7.
Force Awakens.
Force Awakens, whatever. Shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, why do you have to add on? It's fine. The
I
worst.
mean, nothing's gonna beat the original trilogy.
Yeah,
I don't think anything is.
Yeah, nothing will. It is timeless. And when you
Yeah.
watch, and then when you watch it on Disney Plus, I was watching. What pissed me off the most, the absolute most, was at the end of Return of the Jedi when everyone was celebrating the Ewoks and stuff. First of all, they changed the music.
Really?
They did. You know how the Ewoks were like, yum, yum, ba, 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 ba. You know what I'm talking about?
Like vaguely. Yes.
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 They changed it. The Ewoks were not singing. It was just like the background music of that. And
Oh,
I'm
what the
like,
heck?
and then what pissed me off the most was when they added the CGI of how the other cities were like reacting to when the
Right.
Empire, and it was
Yes.
awful. I'm like, no,
Oh,
you
they
ruined
ruined the
everything. You've
entire
ruined. This was
ending.
like, you have the one of the best endings in cinematic because you watch these characters and that's who you've followed through. Then you have
Oh,
these bunch of these random people you don't give a shit about. I'm like,
yeah.
stop bringing back the prequels. Everyone knows that the prequels are bad. Why are you trying to reference to it?
Naboo can rest in peace.
I don't care. And then, it was just such bad CGI. If they're gonna make CGI, make it good. Then
Yeah.
instead they went to prequel CGI, where it's just like, that was the main flaw why everyone hated the prequels.
Oh, so bad.
Whatever.
And the whole like love story between Anakin and Padme, I just think it was so like unnecessary and irrelevant.
Well, how do you think it was irrelevant? That's how friggin' Leia and Luke
I
started.
just didn't like it. It added just
Look,
stress.
if you were a guy and you had the chance to hook up with Natalie Portman, wouldn't you take it?
I mean,
When she was
I'm not
young.
she's pretty. I don't know. I'm not a guy, so I can't really. I just think it was super.
What do you think?
It was corny.
What do you think? What do you think was gonna happen? Anakin was gonna hook up with some like alien girl in a space bar, and like, yeah, it's Luke and Leia.
Well, I thought it would. I don't know. Like, I thought it would be kind of like the Force brought them to Anakin, or I don't know, or the Force.
This isn't the Holy Ghost with Jesus.
An immaculate conception.
Oh my god.
That's what.
I didn't
like it. I don't know. It's just strange.
Well, they probably. I don't know.
And then at the end, and she's like begging Anakin, like not to, choke her.
She probably liked it. She probably
No,
liked it.
I literally was just gonna say, like, you see her getting choked to death. Like,
Oh,
every
stop, Anakin, please. Oh no.
Like, and then
no, Anakin, stop choking me. Liar! Oh my god, Anakin.
You're with him. Like that whole thing, it was so.
Yeah, then you see all of a sudden you see Cheater. You see the show Cheaters. Cheater's camera come out and is like, is it true that you're hooking up with Obi-Wan?
You cheated on my Jedi Master, you bitch. How could you do that to me?
He's like, Anakin, I was doing it for your own good.
Oh, it was so bad.
I like the last prequel. That was a good one to watch, I think.
It was.
It was emotional, kinda.
Yeah.
It was good.
It was very emotional. Then when he screamed no, after
no.
he gets classic.
Yeah, I know. And also in Return of the Jedi, do you know when the Empire is shocking Luke?
Mm-hmm.
And Darth Vader's looking back and forth like, should I stick with my master or should I save my son?
Mm-hmm.
And
that was so powerful.
In the original, Darth Vader doesn't say a single thing, and he tackles the Empire and throws him down the thing. Then what Disney added was literally the no. Then that's when he tackles the Empire.
Yeah, I did notice that. I'm like, where did that no come from? And I'm like, no way.
I'm like, okay. I didn't have a big problem with that. I was like, okay, whatever.
I love Disney, but I think they just need to leave it alone. Just let it be.
George Lucas had no more creativity left in his tank after the prequels.
You don't see people adding CGI to Wizard of Oz.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
see any of that happening.
I know,
Like,
because it's a timeless classic. You don't touch
yeah,
it. You don't touch it. It's like an antique. You just don't touch it. Star Wars
yeah.
was an antique. You don't touch it.
And they touched it. Like, they groped it,
The only
to
time,
be more accurate.
the only time it was good to touch it was color enhancements. The remastered was color
Yeah,
enhancements.
that
That's
did need
okay.
to happen.
Color enhancements just to make the color stand out instead of look like bland.
I loved Puppet Yoda.
Oh, Puppet Yoda.
Yeah, and the non CGI Yoda,
Yeah, I don't.
the
I
puppet one.
I
They should have left it. I loved that.
hold on. The thing is, I don't remember ever watching Puppet Yoda. Did they remaster? Did they like remaster the prequels to Adam CGI or something?
Yeah,
Oh, that's what they did.
it was.
Because
It was
I never
not
remembered Puppet Yoda.
in the trilogy. Puppet Yoda was Puppet Yoda.
Well, he was still a boomer back then. Useless.
Yeah. Useless.
I mean, all he really did was just flip with his green lightsaber and tell like Luke like, yeah, Darth Vader's your father.
Didn't that happen in Attack of the Clones?
No. What do you mean? Yeah, he flipped. He was fighting Count Dooku.
Count Dooku was. I didn't like him.
Why didn't you like him?
He was just.
Old.
He was trying to be badass, but like failed miserably at it.
And why so?
I don't know. I really have no reasoning. I just feel like not a lot of people vibed with him.
Yeah, the CGI I didn't have a problem with was General Grievous. Oh, yeah, it's not bad.
Oh.
I don't know why they added him. I didn't like his character, but the CGI was like, oh, I guess it's not bad compared to what else they've created.
Yeah.
They put more effort into him.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. All right, Emily, I know you got to get studying for your big test coming up, so I want to thank you so much for coming on to this show, and finally you get to be on the show.
Okay, I wasn't begging. I was just like,
You kept reminding me and telling me you wanted to go on, and I've been pretty busy lately.
I have a very important exam coming up.
Yeah, and I know, and I'm like, oh,
yeah,
she needs to study. I was looking at the time, so again, thank you for coming on. Hopefully you stay safe, and this stupid thing ends soon. All right, you have fun.
Yes. All right, thank you so much.
All right, bye. All right. Thank you guys for watching the Mouth Loop Podcast Quarantine Edition. I don't know what I'm going to do from here. If you want to be a guest, please let me know. I'm having a little bit of a waiting list, and I've been having a little bit of setback, but I'll get to everyone. So thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.